Welcome to the show. I'm Nicoletta, and this is the podcast where we dive deep into movies, whether they're timeless classics or modern gems. If it made you feel something, we're talking about it.
Imagine a world where the impossible isn't just possible, but pulled off with so much style, such swagger, you actually root for the bad guys. Welcome to our exploration today. We're cracking open the vault on, well, a truly modern classic.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We are getting into Steven Soderbergh's 2001 heist masterpiece, Ocean's 11. And our mission really is to go way beyond just, summarizing the plot. We want to genuinely grasp its cinematic significance, understand what makes it tick, its meticulous construction, and really dissect its cultural impact.
Okay.
And to do that, we've gathered quite a collection of sources for you. We're providing critical analyses from top film critics, some really revealing behind-the-scenes stuff from the cast and crew, and also a whole range of audience reactions. Think Rotten Tomatoes scores, Metacritic, but also deeper film breakdowns, fan perspectives, the whole picture.
Great. Get a real holistic view.
Exactly. See what makes this film endure.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. The genesis of this grand scheme. It starts right where you'd expect for a master criminal prison. We meet Danny Ocean, George Clooney, just radiating charm, literally walking out of jail.
Right.
But there's no, slow adjustment period for him. Nope. The second he's out, he's already planning the most audacious heist imaginable, hitting 3 huge Las Vegas casinos, all owned by the same guy, the notoriously ruthless Terry Benedict.
And what's so gripping right from the get-go is the sheer audacity. The film sets it up in minutes. Danny gets paroled, and his mind is already entirely on this job. He doesn't waste a breath.
Yeah.
Even in that parole hearing, you get hints of it. It signals, this guy plays on a whole different level.
Yeah.
And it's not just any casino. They're aiming for the unrobbable, this central vault serving the Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM Grand.
Crazy.
The stakes are sky high from moment one. Impossible lines. It just pulls you right into the challenge.
And Benedict isn't just some random rich guy target either.
No, not at all. It's personal, deeply personal. He's with Tess, Danny's ex-wife, played by Julia Roberts. So that adds this whole other layer. It's not just about the money. It's about revenge, maybe reclamation.
Right, winning her back.
Exactly. It makes you invest emotionally, not just tactically. You're watching him try to get his life back, in a way.
Which leads us to Soderbergh.
Yeah.
Because this film comes at such a fascinating point for him. I mean, think about it. He just cleaned up at the Oscars. Best director for Traffic. This really gritty, complex drug drama. And another nomination for Aaron Brockovich. That powerful, true story. Serious, heavy films.
Right. Intense stuff.
So for him to suddenly pivot to Ocean's 11, a heist movie, something fun, it felt like a huge shift, unexpected.
It absolutely was. And you have to ask why. Why make that turn? Soderbergh himself said pretty openly that he just wanted to make something enjoyable, pure entertainment, with style.
Like a palate cleanser?
Yeah, maybe exactly that, after the intensity of Traffic and Aaron. And that deliberate choice shaped everything about Ocean's 11. The tone, the look. I mean, put the visuals of Traffic with its segmented colors or the kind of grounded realism of Aaron Brockovich. Put that next to Ocean's 11.
Night and day.
Totally. Ocean's is light, breezy, sun-drenched, effortlessly cool. It's like going from, a documentary to a jazz concert. It really shows how a director's own context, where they are professionally or personally, can shape the work. It speaks volumes about artistic freedom, too. It's not always about chasing the heavy, serious awards bait. Sometimes it's about the joy of making something purely entertaining.
Yeah, finding that balance.
Precisely.
And to pull off this fun, stylish vision, he needed a team. And boy, did he assemble one. It's like the Hollywood dream team. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, Matt Damon, Andy Garcia, Don Cheadle, Bernie Mac,
Carl Reiner, Elliot Gould,
Casey Affleck, Scott Kamen,
Shobokin, Eddie Jemison. The list just keeps going.
It's almost unbelievable on paper.
It is. But it's so much more than just throwing big names together.
Yeah.
That's the genius of it. The film brilliantly uses their established charisma, their public personas.
Right.
It thrives on their chemistry. That easy camaraderie, it feels completely real, and it becomes like the absolute core of the film's appeal.
You totally buy into their relationships.
Absolutely. Think about Danny and Rusty Clooney and Pitt. Their banter feels like old friends just picking up where they left off.
Yeah, so natural.
Or Linus, Matt Damon's character. He's the eager newcomer, a bit awkward, wanting to impress the veterans. Or Basher's eccentric energy, Don Cheadle, It just works. They feel like extensions of the actors we already like. And apparently, this wasn't just on screen. Reports say a lot of them took pay cuts.
Really?
Yeah, because they wanted to work with Soderbergh, but also just with each other. There were stories about them all staying in the same hotel, poker nights, playing pranks. Clooney supposedly duct-taped Pitt's car to a tree or something.
Classic.
But it shows that collaborative spirit, that almost family vibe on set. And you see that translate directly onto the screen. It feels like friends pulling off a high-stakes prank.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work for them.
Not at all.
Okay, so they've got the team. Let's talk about the execution itself. Because the film is structured so beautifully, it's not just stars, it's a masterclass in building tension, delivering surprise, making it all feel satisfying. One source we looked at called it the 3 keys: the plan, the execution, and the reveal.
And that framework really highlights the film's careful construction. It's why it holds up so well on rewatches. So first, the plan. In a lot of heist movies, the planning part can drag. Lots of diagrams, technical talk.
Yeah, it can get boring.
But here, it's super engaging.
Yeah.
It's less about the blueprints and more about the fun of assembling this quirky, super talented crew. You see the recruitment montages, each person introduced with their specific skill, their personality shining through.
Right, like meeting the band members.
Exactly. And you watch Danny and Rusty brainstorming, their easy back and forth, sketching out the scheme. The film sets up the challenges, the audacity, without getting bogged down. It keeps you hooked on the sheer ingenuity of it all.
It builds anticipation perfectly.
It really does. Like watching a conductor assemble the orchestra before the big performance.
Okay, so plans in place, teams assembled, then comes the execution. This is where things can get messy in heist films. Too confusing or too predictable.
Or just resorting to big explosions and shootouts.
Right. But Ocean's 11 builds tension differently. It's tense, but without tons of overt violence or melodrama.
Precisely. The execution is meticulous. It's like a ballet. Soderbergh focuses on the tiny details, the coordination between every single member. You follow them setting everything up, the surveillance, mapping the vault's defenses, the diversions. Think about Linus having to lift the codes from Benedict's pocket. That scene is just pure controlled chaos.
Yeah, edge of your seat stuff.
Every look, every move, the music swells. It's perfectly timed, mirroring the precision needed for the whole heist. Or Basher, setting up the pinch, the EMP device. It's presented almost like a science experiment, not just a bomb.
Right, calculated.
And even when things seem to go wrong, the power cut, the remote-controlled truck showing up early, the tension comes from how they adapt, their quick thinking, their trust in the plan.
You see their professionalism.
Exactly. And Soderbergh's camera work is key here. Smooth Steadicam shots, fluid movement, crisp editing. It keeps the momentum going without feeling chaotic. It's all about flawless coordination. You're fascinated, not just scared.
And then the payoff. The moment it all comes together, the reveal. This is where the film just delights you with twists and misdirections.
Yeah.
Keeps you guessing right until the end.
Oh, the reveal is maybe the most satisfying part. It's just brilliant narrative sleight of hand.
Yeah.
The film layers deception upon deception. You know how they got into the vault, only to find out that was a decoy, a performance for the cameras.
Right, the fake vault footage.
Exactly. And then the SWAT team arrives, looks like they're busted, right?
Yeah, disaster.
But nope. They were part of the plan all along. The ultimate misdirection.
Genius.
And then the final flourish, how they actually get the real money out. Swapped bags, hidden in the SWAT gear van. It's not just one twist. It's a series of reveals that make you rethink everything you just watched.
Makes you want to watch it again immediately.
Totally. To catch all the clues you missed. The reveal isn't just an ending. It retroactively makes the whole plan seem even more brilliant. It engages your brain, not just your emotions.
Beyond the plot mechanics, though, the film just looks and sounds incredible. That visual style Soderbergh has, sleek, stylish, kind of retro-modern, and David Holmes' score. That jazz-infused soundtrack is unforgettable.
Absolutely crucial. That's the film's cool factor, embodied.
Yeah.
The look and the sound aren't just window dressing, they're active parts of the storytelling.
Yeah.
And Soderbergh acting as his own cinematographer, under the name Peter Andrews, that gave him total control over the look.
I didn't know that. Peter Andrews.
Yeah. So he uses these quick, sharp cuts, especially in montages, that feel efficient, not jarring. They mirror the crew's precision. And the color palette, often warm using natural light, especially in Vegas daytime, it gives it this rich, inviting, almost slightly unreal glow.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
And the camera work itself, those smooth Steadicam glides through the casinos, subtle zooms, drawing your eye. It's all very controlled, very elegant.
And the music?
Oh, the music. David Holmes' score is just perfect. It's not just background noise, it's the pulse of the film. That sophisticated, funky jazz vibe matches the character's confidence perfectly. Think of the opening credits music, setting the tone immediately. Or even that sort of muzak they use subtly on the casino floor.
Right, the calm before the storm.
Exactly. It creates this veneer of normalcy over the high-stakes action. And the way scenes cut in time with the music, like when the EMP goes off, the cut to the silent casino, then Linus in the vault, Danny and Rusty's nod, it's all synchronized.
Like a dance.
Precisely. The whole heist feels choreographed, like performance art. That look and feel is a huge part of why it's so rewatchable. You just want to slip back into that cool world.
Something else that stands out is the humor. It's really clever, often quite subtle. It relies on the witty banter, doesn't it? Not big pratfalls.
You're absolutely right, and that's a key choice. The film avoids easy laughs or forced conflict. The humor flows naturally from who these characters are and how they interact. It makes them relatable, likable, even though they're, criminals.
Yeah, you genuinely like spending time with them.
And there isn't a truly mustache-twirling villain. Terry Benedict is smart, ruthless, sure, but he's not cartoonishly evil.
Right, he's a credible antagonist.
Which means the tension comes from the ingenuity of the plan, the risk of getting caught, not from some big bad guy. Think of Linus getting sick in the vent. It's funny, but also humanizing. Shows his nerves.
Totally.
Or Basher's explanations about explosives. They're so technical and earnest, even when no one understands them, and it's just inherently funny because of his character.
Yeah, his enthusiasm is infectious.
These moments make the crew feel real quirky, like an unconventional family. And the film balances the technical high stuff with these character moments and that underlying heart, especially with Danny and Tess. It gives it depth.
Okay, let's shift focus a bit. Why did this film resonate so much? It wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon. Critically acclaimed and a massive box office success, over $450 million worldwide.
That's the magic formula, isn't it? Pleasing critics and crowds, it's rare. And critics really loved it. They praised the sheer entertainment value, the style, that incredible cast chemistry, the smart script, Soderbergh's assured direction.
It just ticked all the boxes.
Pretty much. Reviews highlighted its effortless cool, its clever plotting, its rewatchability. It was pure escapism, but smart escapism. And its immediate success at the box office showed audiences were really ready for it. Maybe tired of overly gritty or bombastic action. They wanted intelligence, style, charm. Oceans delivered that perfectly, appealing to just about everyone.
It also really felt like it revitalized the heist genre, didn't it? Set a new benchmark.
Oh, definitely. If you think about heist movies before it, like the original Ocean's 11 or maybe The Italian Job, they might have focused more on the grit, the mechanics, maybe more violence. Ocean's 11 shifted the focus. It prioritized style, intelligence, and that crucial camaraderie.
Making the crime itself feel secondary almost.
In a way. It felt less about greed and more about the challenge, the performance, pulling off the impossible with flair. You weren't just rooting for them to get rich, you were rooting for the plan to work, for their brilliance to succeed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that definitely influenced later heist films. It showed that complex plots, great characters, and charm could be way more compelling than just action. The team and the journey became the focus.
And beneath the surface, it's not just about the heist or the money. There are deeper themes, right? Loyalty, friendship, trust.
Absolutely. And that's key to why you root for these guys. The film portrays them as this tight-knit unit, almost like family. Teamwork over ego. The heist is this shared mission, built entirely on their collective skill and, crucially, their trust in each other. You have to trust each other implicitly in a job like that.
Yeah, one weak link and it all falls apart.
Exactly. And that elevates it beyond just a caper. Remember that final scene?
The Bellagio fountains.
Yeah. The whole crew just standing there watching the fountains. It's quiet. It's not about the cash. It's this moment of shared success, connection. It transcends the crime itself. It's about them.
It's a beautiful moment.
And the Danny Rusty Tess triangle provides that emotional core. Danny's not just after money. He's trying to reclaim his past, his love. It makes the whole thing feel more personal, more human. You get invested.
Which brings us to why it's so enduringly popular, why we keep coming back to it. It's constantly cited as super rewatchable, Spawn sequels, a spinoff.
So what is it? What keeps drawing us back? I think it's a mix of things. Obviously, the pure entertainment factor. It's just a joy to watch, so well made. But also, there's a comfort in its style, its polish. And the plot is intricate enough that you actually do notice new things each time you watch it. little details in the plan.
Right, peeling back the layers.
And of course, that cast. Their chemistry just doesn't get old. It promises pure fun, delivers it flawlessly, but still offers layers if you want to look deeper, the cleverness, the character details.
It's like a perfect comfort movie, but a smart one.
Exactly. It's like your favorite intricate puzzle. You know how it fits together, but you still enjoy the process every single time, maybe appreciating the craftsmanship even more. Familiar, yet rewarding.
Okay, let's dig into some of those details now. Peek inside the vault, so to speak. Fascinating facts, little nuances you might miss.
Yeah, there's some great behind-the-scenes stuff that adds another layer of appreciation, like that camaraderie we talk about, totally real. The poker nights, the pranks, Clooney's duct tape incident, it all fostered that genuine bond you see on screen. It wasn't just acting.
That makes sense. You feel it.
And filming in active casinos. Imagine the logistics, trying to get these complex shots without shutting down the whole place. A huge challenge.
Must have been intense.
And Soderbergh being his own cinematographer, Peter Andrews. That level of hands-on control is pretty remarkable for a film this size. It explains the cohesive visual style.
Definitely.
The fact that these huge stars took pay cuts speaks volumes, too. Belief in the project, in Soderbergh, in the ensemble itself. And apparently, there were little moments of improvisation that made the final cut, adding that extra touch of spontaneity.
It's those subtle character touches, too, isn't it? They make everyone feel so distinct, so necessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even the smaller roles add so much texture. Rusty, constantly eating popcorn, shrimp cocktails, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It's such a simple quirk,
Mm-hmm.
but it says so much about his relaxed, maybe slightly wired persona, his comfort level anywhere, or Linus, his whole arc of trying to prove himself to the veterans. That insecurity mixed with his obvious talent as a thief. Very relatable.
Yeah, you root for him.
And Basher, his almost childlike glee about explosives, even when his explanations make zero sense to anyone else. It's just endearing and funny.
Totally.
These little things, whether from the actors or Soderbergh, make them feel like real, oddball individuals, not just plot devices. And again, weaving in Danny's motivation for Tess makes the whole thing feel personal, not just transactional. You care about why he's doing it.
Right. And finally, we should probably touch on the original 1960 film, the Rat Pack version, because this isn't really a straight remake, is it?
No, not at all. You're right. Soderbergh's film is much more a reimagining. It definitely captures that spirit of cool, that camaraderie, the Vegas showmanship from the original with Sinatra, Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. That film was almost like an extension of their stage personas, you know?
Yeah.
The heist was kind of secondary to just watching them hang out. But Soderbergh's version built its own complete identity. It stands entirely on its own. It keeps the core idea, charming guys pulling off a big heist, but adds so much more narrative complexity, a really intricate plot. And that visual sophistication the original just didn't have.
It modernized it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Updated it for a new audience with new filmmaking techniques without losing that essential appeal. It paid homage to the vibe, but wasn't constrained by the original's plot. It took the essence and rebuilt it, making it arguably more enduring.
So wrapping it all up, Ocean's 11 really is this perfect storm, isn't it? A masterclass in using star power effectively, clear and confident direction, super smart storytelling, and just that undeniable, timeless, cool factor. It really showed that style and substance don't have to be opposites. They can enhance each other beautifully.
Absolutely. It nailed that balance. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought to consider. In a time where we often see gritty realism, anti-heroes, complex moral ambiguity, what does the lasting love for Ocean's 11 tell us? What does it say about our maybe fundamental need for escapism, for a world where cleverness wins, where the impossible happens with style, where you find yourself rooting for the good guys, even when they're technically committing a massive crime?
Yeah.
How does a film manage to make you just completely forget the illegality and simply revel in the brilliance of the plan and the charm of the people pulling it off?
Yeah.
It's fascinating, really, what we respond to, what truly entertains us.
If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and check out the next episode. We've got plenty more movie magic to dive into. Talk to you soon.